All right, let's take a look at how the other half lives in England. Those people who actually go see the ballet. You know, I've never seen a ballet. Joining me now is etiquette expert Mrs. Hancock, and today you're going to talk to us about table etiquette and some great tips. And I have to tell you, I've spoken to you on the phone a couple times, and I was really nervous talking to you on the phone because all I could think of is, oh, she's probably thinking that was not proper grammar. Do you get that a lot? Well, you make people nervous.
And I shouldn't. I'm the nicest person in the world.
I know you are.
And this is the thing about etiquette. You know, we need to get away from the whole, it's got to be a pillbox hat and you've got to have a board up your back and and all that. That's not what this is about.
Okay, well, tell me what it's about. And I mean, I know why etiquette is so important, but my guess is we should probably start really young learning our etiquette, right?
Well, we can't start too young, and some of our students are as young as 2.5, and we're very proud of that.
Definitely.
So, absolutely. So the younger the better.
Okay.
And this is just going to be a nice refresher.
All right, well, let's go right into it.
Okay.
I still don't know if I know the proper way to set a table, but you're going to go ahead and show us.
Well, typically your forks go on the left and then your knives and spoons and such on the right.
Why are there 3 forks?
Well, I brought those to show you something. Little tip. When you're taking your napkin ring off of your napkin, use the side that's against the double ply, right? It comes off quicker, comes off easier,
okay.
Like that.
Good to know.
And then your napkin ring goes top right. So if you have a napkin, and I brought these 3 forks today to show you how to do this. So if you have to put your napkin in your lap, which is one of the first things that you're supposed to do, instead of picking them up and then dealing with it like this, you may take your 3 fingers, hold down, and then pull.
People really do that.
Voila.
Wow, you make it look easy. Let's have you step to the side so I can see your pretty face. Okay.
Thank you.
So that's one way.
That's one way.
One thing.
Now, napkin is not a surrender flag. So we see a lot of people who'll pull their napkin and then they'll do this action.
That's what I do.
Okay. So you want to be careful because you're going to knock something over or maybe smack someone, and that, of course,
and it probably looks like we live in a barn,
would
right,
not be good
that.
manners to do such. So we pull it out very gently, and then while we keep our heads up, it goes under the table, and then we speak and talk.
When you say keep your heads up, what you mean instead of like looking underneath?
Instead of looking, you know, it's a square. You know where your lap is, clearly.
Right.
So it can just go right under the table. It's nice to see you. I'm so excited to have lunch today, etc., etc., etc.
Okay. What about
Elegant.
elegant? And I think it's all in just how you act. You could probably just sort of muddle your way through it, too, if you just sort of pretend.
Could do.
Could. Don't recommend it, but okay. What about the plates? I see there's 3: a charger, another napkin.
Well, I was feeling very springy this morning, so I brought some color to kind of, you know, brighten things up a little bit. I find that if you put a napkin underneath that is of color underneath your dinner plate, it will keep your chargers from getting burned with your hot food. Plus, it looks prettier. We have a soup bowl here.
Should you always have a charger underneath? Is that proper etiquette, or does that not matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's all about your own specific style and making your own kind of presentation.
So there are certain things that you should do, you must do to have proper etiquette, but then there are certain things that just are your own personality.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. So here's a little tip. Right?
Yes, give it to
Everybody
me.
always is concerned about, well, I never can remember which bread plate is mine. If you make the small letter B, which one can only do with your left hand,
which
B,
is for B for bread?
Bread.
Uh-huh.
Bread is always to your left. This way.
Got it.
Okay? Small
Got
letter
it.
D, then the letter D with your right hand.
Dessert.
Drinks. Close.
Oh,
okay,
close.
so B and D. All right?
Okay.
So you should never really forget that again. Or
Okay.
you can use the acronym BMW, which in this case does not stand for
Or a car.
Bavarian Motor Works.
Right.
But bread, meal, water. Bread, meal, wine, if you're of age.
There's a lot to think about.
No, there isn't. It's very easy.
Okay. What about meeting someone for the first time? What is proper etiquette when it comes to that?
Well, a couple of things that we don't want to do. We don't want to reach across someone. Typically, it would be better if you could finagle so that you could step around to them, get closer, as opposed to reaching across a group of people.
Okay.
Eye contact, very important. The window of the soul, yes. Nice smile. Say your name.
Did I do it right? Do you remember?
Yes, you were perfect.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
You
Good.
were perfect.
Okay.
Say your name. Make sure you listen to theirs. And if they say Anna, it's not Anna. It's Anna.
It's Anna.
But you have to listen. So if someone has an unusual name, you can ask them to spell it. And if you're the person with the unusual name, be nice to people and help them with that. Hi, my name is Anna. It's very nice to meet you. A-N-A, Anna. Right? And that helps. Don't put people in a place where they're calling you the wrong name for
Wait, so you
hours
would
and
say
hours.
that you would spell your
I
name
most certainly
A-N-A?
would. I have to any number of times. But firm handshake is incredibly important. We're not shaking hands with fish.
Okay.
Right, gentlemen? So web to web.
Okay.
Fingers come around, and a nice firm squeeze, please.
Now, what if I am holding something in my hand?
Yes.
Okay, and
Yes.
and you walk up, and
Yes.
oh, it's nice to meet you. Like sometimes I just grab the little pinky.
Well, sure.
And I go, nice to meet you.
Sure,
Is
you can do that. You
or
can
just
absolutely
acknowledge.
do that, or acknowledgement.
Okay.
Sometimes you can get very crafty,
Oh, and move things around.
and you can do.
Okay.
Right?
So you definitely want to make the person feel important and that you are listening to them.
And that is the thing that's most important. You know, you don't always have to shake someone's hand.
Right.
You know, with certain VIPs, you might not want to. The rule of thumb is you wait for them
Okay.
to put their hand out to you.
Last question real quick. If someone comes up and a bunch of people are sitting down, does everyone get up and stand up to introduce yourselves to them?
It would be it's a lovely gesture.
Okay.
Certainly, gentlemen should always stand.
Okay.
Always.
But if everyone stands, it's good too.
Women don't have to, but it is a lovely gesture.
Okay.
And it's certainly a sign of respect
Great.
as well.
Well, it
so.
was nice meeting you.
It was nice to meet you as
I
well.
looked in your eyes.
Annie,
and it's
yes,
Andy,
you did.
A-N-D-I.
Yeah, very good. Look at she's a quick learner.
All right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Hancock. I'm
Nice to
looking
be
at
with you. Thank
we
you.
will have you back here again, hopefully, because you have some great advice. All right. So she does a social and business protocol for children and adults, after-school enrichment programs, and wedding and event planning, too. So we're going to have some more information on our website. Great idea to get kids in to see Mrs. Hancock. SonoranLiving.com is where you can find the information.